Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. Continuing with your top stories and headlines, we now head to the Sunshine State of Florida. Happening today, 2 teens who were involved in the triple murder of 3 other teens in Marion County will be sentenced. Detectives say the 3 teens were all involved in low-level gang activity. The triple murder happening back in 2023. We want to check in now with Fox 35 Orlando's Amanda McKenzie. She joins us live from the Marion County Courthouse. Amanda, good morning. We're learning 1 teen was sentenced yesterday.
That's right, and the judge said in his 35-year career that he had never seen a 12-year-old charged with homicide. Christopher Atkins was sentenced yesterday. He's now 15 years old and was given the minimum sentence after pleading guilty. He will spend the next 40 years in jail, convicted of homicide, armed robbery, tampering with evidence, and a separate battery committed while in jail. The teen spoke in court right before he was sentenced.
I think like it's just y'all think I'm bad. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you give me another chance. I promise you gonna see what I'm talking about. Like I promise you. I bet you gonna see me on that TV doing good.
Nah, gang, it's too late. It's too late. You can't say that you good after you are already the bad apple. You can't say that you good after you done killed 3 people. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? You promise you're gonna see a different you. Now you want to get your hair cut because his before photo when he was committing the crimes, it was him with the dreadlocks on and all of this stuff. And so you running the streets, you taking care of business, you doing grown folk, you making grown folks decisions, you deciding to take lives and stuff like that. If they hadn't have caught you, here's a question that you got to ask yourself. If they hadn't have caught you, how much more chaos and havoc would you, you know what I'm saying, would you reap or would you cause? How many more lives and families would you have destroyed? Because I know that we always like to say, oh man, they not old enough, but you old enough to make a decision. You old enough to get your hand on a pistol. The other part that I want to know is we need to start charging the parents in the same way that we charging the kids. And the same way that we holding the young people accountable, and the same way that we having conversations about these guys, you know what I'm saying, running the streets. We need to hold accountable the parents that created these monsters also, because if you create and you raise, I'm almost positive he didn't have a father figure in his life. I'm almost positive that he was brought into this world without a community. Yes, he should be held accountable, but I'm also a fan of holding the parents accountable that created these monsters that's running around, because it's not just him. We know him. We know him in our community. We know him in our places of work. We know him in our households. We know all about these guys every single day that are running around. And if we really wanted to, and I say this on the Millionaire Morning Show all the time, if we really wanted to solve for the problems that's in our community, we know who the monsters are. You knew, I guarantee you that the people that knew this guy knew that he was going to be a bad apple and that he was going to get to this point in the first place. I knew him when I was in elementary school, right? I could see the guys that was going to go left in middle school. I knew him in high school. We knew the ones that was going to end up dead or in jail, right? And it don't, and you know what I'm saying? Is there a possibility that you can save some of these guys? Yeah, 100%. But the chances are, if you don't reach them early, it's another reason why they say spare the rod, spoil the child. You know, y'all like to gentle parent. Y'all like to bring these kids into environments, and then y'all like to be single mothers to where you don't have no real control and real discipline. They don't know what a man is supposed to operate like, and so that's why they don't have a father figure in their life. We've tied our community to where, you know why a lot of these guys are committing 50% of the crime. By the time that they get older, even if they didn't get caught, they've started to graduate. The crimes graduate. He just went straight for the gusto. And so you see a lot of these guys, thank you. You see a lot of these guys, they graduate in crime. And now you want to sit there and cry in court? Now you want to sit there 12, 13, 14 years old, you killing people? And now he not going to get out of jail to what? 55, 50, if he got good time in his 50s, 40s, life has passed you by. We got AI running rampant. We got technology is going to explode. Next year is going to be different than it is this year. And now you want to do the right thing. Now you want to plead for mercy inside of the court. Now you want to cry. It's over. Your life is pretty much over.
Families of the three victims, Layla Silvernail, Camille Quarles, and Michael Hodo, were all in the courtroom, all crying, cursing, and asking for the maximum penalty for Christopher Atkins, who was 12.
And they gave him the minimum. They gave him 40 years. You 12, 14 years old. You got 40 years in prison.
12 years old when he shot and killed 16-year-old Camille Quarles. The triple murder happened on March 30th, 2023, when 6 kids were riding in a car together. There was an alleged plan to rob a 16-year-old at gunpoint. Atkins says Taj Bruton, for reasons that are not clear, shot Michael Hodo, then Robert Robinson shot Layla Silvernail, which led to her car crashing. When they got out, Atkins says Robertson threatened to kill him and his family if he didn't shoot Camille Quarles. He did, and then says Robertson shot her and again in killing her. Atkins has a month to appeal his 40-year sentence. As for the other 2 teens that are co-defendants in this case, Bruton is scheduled to be sentenced today at 9 a.m. and Robinson at 1:30 p.m. Reporting live from the...
That's crazy, bro. This whole story, this whole sentiment, this whole conversation, everything about this is crazy. And you know why they did it? They get it. Like, they did it because it's a no snitching. If you wind up seeing this person, if they witness it, you know they're going to tell. So you're going to take out all of the witnesses. And these are straight up monsters, bro. They outside, and it just gets bad. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And again, I'm an advocate for holding the parents accountable. You got to hold the parents accountable in this situation because... we got to take care of these people for 40 years, whatever it costs to house a prisoner. Every single year, we got to take care of these people. We got to feed him 3 times a day. He's going to graduate. Who knows if he's ever gotten any box? He's probably going to be the next Fleece Johnson. Whoever it is that's the content creator when he get out of jail, they going to be trying to interview him, trying to understand why he didn't took somebody's booty. You know what I'm saying? Or why he giving up butt. He going to be probably giving head in jail. You know what I mean, I'm going to just keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it because this should be an example, and y'all should show this to your badass nephew, to your bad kid, to your bad son who you keep thinking that everybody is against him, and you keep going up to the school and cussing the teachers out, and the teachers have now become overglorified babysitters. They all dreadheads, and they all look like Future, except for they the baby versions of them, and they straight up monsters. We keep trying to act like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? They just racist against us. Why they stereotyping? Because they killing Camille's and they killing they homeboy. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the car while they driving, and they taking lives, and they don't have no regard for human life. They don't value human beings. They kill anything. They riding around with switches in their car, and we up here acting like, oh man, we need to make community activists the first responders to any kind of domestic dispute, or anytime that you see a bunch of teens gathered together, it's just a large gathering. We just stereotyping them. Dog, if you don't reach these people by the time that they 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, if they don't understand discipline, if they don't have, some kind of spirituality and people taking them to church while at the same time being nurtured and groomed to be good people in this earth, it's over. By the time that they get 12, 13, 14 years old, they in the streets. They are in the streets, and they active, and they participating. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Tej Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. We're going to continue this conversation on the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow. It's sad. It's a very sad situation.